How old do you think Mario is? 2, 4, 10? Well, it may surprise you to know that this year Mario celebrates his 12th birthday. He first appeared in 1981 on a game called, do you remember it, Donkey Kong, where he spent his time jumping over barrels and fireballs to save the lovely Pauline from the great big monkey. Originally, this was an arcade game, but then, just like nowadays, it came out on the home systems, and this old thing is called a Coleco. And as Violet now reports, for some people, systems like this are practically antiques.
This is a real treasure trove for games players like me. I've come to the Computer Cavern near London for a day of nostalgia. Owner Richard Gandy has scoured the world to build up a collection of most of the home consoles and computers ever produced. There's hundreds of computers and thousands of games.
This was the most popular console of the late 70s and early 80s, the Atari VCS. It had loads of classic games like Space Invaders, Breakout, and this one, Asteroids. Sound was simple, graphics were basic, but it had that all-important factor, playability.
But a lot didn't. This is the game E.T. 6 million copies were produced. It was so bad that only 1 million copies were sold. 5 million ended up buried in the Arizona desert.
Most of the games that appeared on these machines were converted from coin-ops. In Japan, the Space Invaders coin-op was so popular it caused a coin shortage. The government had to produce 4 times as many yen to cope with the problem.
In 1981, electronic boffin Clive Sinclair made his first move into home computers.
The Sinclair ZX81 only had black and white pictures and there was no sound, but it started a whole new phase in the history of computing. You see, it cost under 50 quid and you could program it. Software came on cassettes, which took ages to load. The machine itself was pretty unreliable. Even the Computer Cavern haven't got one that works. The big boom in home computers started in the early 80s. Graphics and sound got better, cartridges became temporarily extinct, and most games were released on cassettes.
These were some of the earliest games for the C64, which was the first Commodore machine to become well established 3 years before the Amiga. But there's lots more to see at the Computer Cavern.
All these old machines and games is that because the graphics and sound weren't very sophisticated, the programmers had to really concentrate on making them playable. This one, Breakout, is one of my favourites.
And now, things have come full circle with a new disc for the PC, Arcade. The disc is brand new. It features conversions of 5 classic games like this one, Battlezone. Also on there are Asteroids and Missile Command. Die, Johnny Tank Commander, die! Yes! And now for some brand new games reviewed by our panel.